Welcome back, everybody. So today I'm going to check out Boatswain Hazy IPA. Uh, I'm. It says down here Boatswain, Bosun. So it's not Boatswain. Yeah, there you go. Rhinelander is the brewery. I had no clue. From just looking over the can, I did not see who brewed this. I had to look it up on Untappd. So, thank you to Tim for picking this up for me. I did not buy this. 12 fluid ounces, 6.1% ABV. Hazy IPA with Mosaic, Ella, and Citra hops is what are in this. 20, 25, 3, 2, 4, 20, 39. That's the time. So I'm guessing Best by, I don't know, 320, 324, 25 is what I'm guessing. So let's go ahead and get this into a glass and see what I think about it. What was that? Is that just, okay. I thought some big black thing just dropped in there. That looks awful dark for a 6.1. Now they could be using different kind of malts, higher like crystal malts for this, but off-white colored head, a little orangish, brownish coming up through there. Pretty much all small bubbles, about a half a finger of head. Lots of floaties in here, and I always go back to the Odd Side Ale. Was it Firefly or something like that? When I see beers like this, tons of small particles floating in this. I think if those all settled out, this would not be hazy. I could be wrong, but orangish, yellowish orange in color. We'll see if you guys can see them. I think you can in there. But yeah, tons of stuff floating in here. I wouldn't call this a hazy. But if you're drinking out of the can, you're never going to know. Let's go ahead and smell. So, Mosaic, Ella, and Citra hops. It kind of smells like a sweeter, malty sour. Perfume, malt. I get that sweet malt. Like going to a double IPA, maybe an 8% double IPA, light syrupy malt is what I'm getting the most of in this. I'm not getting that sour anymore, so good. But like a floral perfume in there, maybe a touch of citrus. I don't like that smell at all. I don't like floral, and it's perfumey floral. Which, how do you get that out of those hops? Maybe Ella? Yeah, I hope it tastes better than it smells. Let's go ahead and taste. Okay, that's better. Big malt bomb. Yeah, I think it does say rich, fragrant, and rich. I didn't even see that before. Yeah, rich sweetness. Where are the hops? It is a little bitter in the back end. Um, I would say a light, like juicy orange in the aftertaste with the bitterness. Seems like orange juice maltiness. It's actually starting to get better. I don't. Maybe it was the first taste, or it's settling down, or something. That maltiness is still there, but like an orange juice, orangey malt. sweeter malt in the taste. That bitterness kicks in about halfway through. I would almost say like a grapefruit rind zest in the back end of this. Into the aftertaste, it seems like the bitterness keeps climbing. Like I can feel it here. Probably perceived bitterness 60, 65 IBUs, somewhere in there. Let's go with 50. 50 to 55. I think 60 to 65 is a little high. Uh, Yeah, malty sweetness, orange juice mixed in there in the taste, bitterness. It seems like that bitterness is kind of leveling off, so maybe it's just my palate warming up to this. Uh, Aftertaste, like I said, an orange, juicy orange malt bitterness. The smell is bad, in my opinion. Yeah, fragrant. Uh, no, thank you. Um, I don't think I like this one. It almost tastes like it's old. If that's the date, I mean, it's got 25 on it. This is the beginning of 25. I think it's fine. I think that's just how they do their beers. Maybe. At least this one. Does it taste like a hazy IPA? I mean, perceived hazy IPA. IPA is going to be different for most people. I would go with no. I would say they screwed up on this one. You shouldn't have maltiness coming out that much sweet malt in a hazy IPA. I could see an 8%, 9% double hazy IPA or something like that. Um, but maybe a little too much perceived bitterness, in my opinion. Too much malt up there. Where's the Mosaic? Mosaic does bring sweetness, cotton candy, Laffy Taffy, berry, something like that. Maybe that's some of the sweetness, and I'm just saying it's malt. It seems like it's under attenuated. They want a bigger beer, and they didn't get it. That's why it's 6.1. Like it should be a 7% beer, something like that with all that malt. You shouldn't see that, in my opinion, in a hazy IPA. And the smell is bad, in my opinion. I'm going to go with a 3. You could be totally different. I would still tell you to pick this up and try it. You could like multi IPAs. That's just fine. But for me, I would go 3 out of 5 on this one. Not something that I would pick up or even finish, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and check on tap, see what they're saying. So IBUs are at 54. So I was pretty close on that one. They are calling this a New England / hazy IPA. I would say that's totally wrong, but that's just my opinion. Again, 2 of my friends have checked this in 2.95. So I'm right in line with them. A little over 6,000 people, 3.17. So I would say that's right on. So fragrant and rich with a creamy bitterness. Yeah, whatever. It's not a creamy bitterness. It's a zest. On their hoppy, bitter, sweet, grapefruit, caramel. You could say, like I said, I'm almost positive I said crystal malts in this one. I'm sure I did. But I could see that sweetness coming from those crystal malts, like a 40, a 60, an 80, maybe a touch of 120. And maybe that's what it is, and not that it under attenuated to leave more sweetness in there, more maltiness. Body, medium, in between light and medium, pushing medium. Usually, if you're going to have under attenuated, you're probably going to have a thicker beer, more sugar in there, like stuff like that. I shouldn't say stuff like that. It's going to be more sugar in there. That's going to give you a heavier body. If it over attenuates, you're going to have a lighter body, dry, stuff like that. So I would say I'm pretty much spot on. Sweet, I said bitter, I said grapefruit. I didn't say hoppy, I'd say zest. Let's just see bitter bomb with a little citrus and a tiny haze. Yeah, there you go. I would say skip this, but as I say all the time, if you think you would like this, definitely pick it up. Give it a try. Just buy one. If this comes in a 6-pack, pass on it. But if you enjoyed this review, check out some more over here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, and I'll see you in the next one.